Welcome back to Top 5. Andrea Yates, 2001. Andrea Yates was a mother whose mind had slipped into the depths of despair. After suffering from severe postpartum depression and psychosis, she drowned her 5 children in the family bathtub. During her trial, it was revealed that her mental health had been deteriorating for years. The jury ultimately found her not guilty by reason of insanity, sparking conversations about mental health, motherhood, and the system's ability to protect vulnerable individuals. 9. John Hinckley, Jr., 1982. Hinckley gained infamy for attempting to assassinate President Ronald Reagan. His motive was tied to an obsession with the movie Taxi Driver. The trial was a watershed moment in the public's view of the insanity defense. Hinckley was found not guilty by reason of insanity, leading to widespread debate over the adequacy of the legal standards regarding mental illness. 8. Patricia Hearst, 1976. The heiress was kidnapped by a revolutionary group and went on to commit crimes with them, including bank robbery. During her trial, the defense argued that her mental state was compromised by psychological manipulation and trauma. Though she was convicted at first, her plea of diminished responsibility led to her eventual release, raising questions about brainwashing and consent. 7. Mary Beth Tinning, 1986. Mary Beth faced charges in the suspicious deaths of her 9 children, which were initially ruled as SIDS. Her trial revealed that she suffered from Munchausen syndrome by proxy. She claimed she was compelled by her mental illness, and after years in prison, she was granted release due to her insanity plea, sending ripples through discussions around parental rights and mental illness. 6. Russell Weston Jr., 1996. Russell was tried for the murders of 2 Capitol Police officers. His defense argued he was a paranoid schizophrenic who believed he was on a mission to save the world. His plea succeeded, resulting in him being confined to a psychiatric facility instead of prison. This case shed light on the legal ramifications and ethical concerns when mental illness intersects with violent crime. 5. Michelle Carter, 2017. While not a traditional insanity defense, Michelle was convicted for encouraging her boyfriend to take his life via text messages, claiming she was in a dark mental space herself. Her defense focused on her mental health and emotional struggles. Ultimately, she was sentenced to 15 months, forcing society to reckon with the complexities of mental health in digital communication. 4. James Holmes, 2015. In an infamous case, James Holmes committed a mass shooting in a Colorado movie theater. His defense team emphasized his severe mental health issues, including schizophrenia. They argued he was incapable of distinguishing right from wrong at the time of the attack. He was ultimately found guilty but spared the death penalty due to the insanity plea, opening discussions on mental health in relation to mass violence. 3. Bok Choy Gang, 2009. A notorious gang in Australia that committed a series of violent robberies claimed insanity based on collective delusions. Their trial became sensationalized, and the judge ultimately found them not guilty by reason of insanity, leading to significant scrutiny of group dynamics in criminal behavior and their implications for the insanity defense. 2. Brandon McInerney, 2011. Brandon, a teenager, shot his classmate in a hate crime fueled by his own struggles with identity and mental illness. His defense argued he acted out of fear and confusion, showcasing the urgent need to address bullying and mental health issues within schools. Although he was convicted, the trial ignited a national conversation on LGBTQ+ rights and mental health in youth. 1. The case of the Twinkie defense, Dan White, 1979. Perhaps the most infamous case, Dan White, took the life of San Francisco City Supervisor Harvey Milk and Mayor George Moscone. His defense claimed that his mental state was affected by depression and a diet high in sugar, coining the phrase, Twinkie defense. Dan was convicted of voluntary manslaughter instead of first-degree murder, leading to public outrage and changes in how defenses related to mental health were perceived.